Good day, viewers. I'm Dr. Hannah Norton, representative of the Homeopathic Association of South Africa. The festive season is upon us, and with us here today, we have Dr. Marianne Ferreira to take us through some aspects of health and keeping healthy over the holiday season. Dr. Ferreira, good day to you. How are you doing?
Good day, Dr. Norton. I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And thank you so much for being with us here today. Dr. Ferreira, around this time of year, one can hear mention of the terms stress, adrenal fatigue, and burnout. Could you please take us through some of the aspects of these conditions that can affect people at this time of year?
Sure thing. Yeah, this is a very common thing that we hear about, and exactly so in the different phases that you put it. So stress is something that most of us, if not all of us, have on a daily basis or on a regular basis, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on the type of stress, the duration, and also how we deal with the stress. So stress in general will trigger different aspects of our bodies. So in general, it will target the adrenals and then also the sympathetic nervous system. So most of us have heard of the term cortisol and neurotransmitters and things like that. So that is the majority of the hormones and things that we are working with. So if we have an increased amount of time with stress, we go into the next phase of adrenal fatigue. This is where we tend to get people who say that I'm so tired, I'm losing my hair, I'm gaining weight, cannot sleep, they're getting very anxious, depressed. They tend to just struggle with food cravings, things like that. So in terms of that, we will then test the cortisol levels and the neurotransmitters just to determine where exactly you are in your stress phase, if I can put it like that. So after that, if we now don't take any note of that and we don't do anything about that, we go into burnout. This is where we don't want to be. They are completely exhausted. There is nothing, they don't want to do anything. The cortisol levels and the neurotransmitter levels are very low. And like I say, there are a few measures that we can take to prevent getting there because none of us want to be there at all.
Definitely. And what sort of nutritional and lifestyle factors can we address in order to prevent and hopefully assist with this burnout risk?
Yes, absolutely. Lifestyle changes they help immensely. They are so beneficial. First thing that comes to mind is having some nice exercise, because in generally this will force us to go outside. It gets us nice fresh air, sunlight, helps with our breathing and things like that. But I don't just mean having cardiovascular type of exercise. Things like yoga or Pilates or things like that also helps a lot because it has to do a lot with our breathing and it just calms us down, even though you get a nice workout. Then obviously increasing your water, getting enough sleep is very important. Diet is a very big thing as well. Having a nice balanced diet with fresh fruits and vegetables and just a balanced diet in general is very good. Then obviously decreasing your sugar intakes, your refined foods and processed foods, caffeine, alcohol and things like that is obviously not the best option for us at that stage. And then we can supplement with nice things as well. Your methylated B vitamins is very good. Vitamin C, omega, magnesium, very, very nice to just calm you down. Adaptogenic supplements and things like that in general help us a lot just to cope a little bit better and not to get to that stage where we don't want to be.
Fantastic. And from the homeopathic viewpoint, we understand that treatment is individualized and catered to the individual struggling with burnout or struggling with adrenal fatigue. But are there any remedies that show a predominance in the application for this condition?
So yes, we do have a few remedies which are very nice, and like you said, it's individualized, and we would tend to go from with the patient's own presentation. But one that jumps out at me is, for example, Nux vomica. Nux vomica has a high affinity for the liver and things like that, but we generally see it as a type of person like the businessman. They have a lot of stress, they have deadlines, they tend to go towards stimulants just to get through the day, they cannot sleep. So in general, that's a nice remedy that always jumps out at me for things like this. But I would generally say, just look after your liver and your adrenals, and that's the main thing for me at this stage. Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful. So thank you so much, Dr. Ferreira, for being with us here today and for your valuable input and time. And to all those viewers out there who might be considering a homeopathic approach to the management of their health over this holiday season, I'm going to encourage you to navigate to the practitioner search page at the HSA website, homeopathy.org.za, to locate a practitioner near you. We at the HSA wish you a happy, healthy holiday season with homeopathy, the wellness profession.